I absolutely love to experiment and play with different techniques on air dry clay. And I hope you enjoy this super easy DIY home decor air dry clay project as much as I do. So today I'm going to have a play with some marbling some home decor DIY pieces. I recently marbled these eggs with the kids, and I feel our air dry clay projects certainly deserve this beautiful pattern that we can achieve. A friend of mine just bought me some of these alcohol inks, and these are going to be perfect for this project. First of all, take some air dry clay. This is Das air dry clay, and you want to roll it out, cut it, and then shape it into the shape you require. So you could make some coasters or lots of different items. If you need some inspiration, then go ahead and look at some of my other projects. All we basically need is our plain, bare, fully dried air dry clay. And so there's lots of possibilities to do this on. I'm going to be marbling some of my simple air dry clay pieces, including one of these from this home decor air dry clay video. For the first step, we want to take our bare air dry clay and seal it completely. I have some white spray paint here, and I'm just giving a few light coats of this. When you've got lots of items, this is just really quick to do it this way, but acrylic paint would work fine. So that you don't get too messy, make sure you wear gloves, ventilate the room or do it outside, and wear a mask too. Here I have some warm water in an old container and something like a chopstick. You can experiment and play first with some scraps of air dry clay or some paper, and I'm going to add in little drops of the alcohol ink onto the top of the water here, and it's what we call hydro dipping. First of all, make sure you're fully ready with all the lids off and your air dry clay item ready. If you have some wire or something and there is a hole, it's really ideal to dip this way, and it's really a lot easier to dip this way. So have everything ready first, and then the way I like to do it, I like to create a bit of a whirlwind and then drop in the colours, and you'll see them disperse on the very surface of the water. Here I've just added the red and the yellow. You want to make sure you've got some paper at hand and ready, and then we're simply dipping in a nice smooth motion, and then before you pull it out you want to create a clear area of the water so that we can pull the air dry clay item out without it catching any more of the ink. And there we go. So there's your red and your yellow, and you can see you can make lots of different patterns and lots of designs with this. Just make sure, because we can use this again, we just take a piece of paper and remove any of the excess ink off the top, just like this. Make sure you cover all surfaces and everything around, as this ink really does stain. Again, create another whirlpool effect, and then this time I'm going in with some black, and I also have a clear one, and that just gives a nice marbled effect to the black, as I just want the black colour. And what a lot of people do is say stir this up, but if you stir it up, I find that this ink all drags together like this and you get it clumped up. So I think if you can create that whirlpool to begin with, you get the effect of the marbling. For larger items you do need a deeper bowl, but I'm just going to add this in and gently place this in, and you do want the whole item fully submerged. And then again, if we take all the excess from the top of the water out of the way, we can then pull up our air dry clay and we get that beautiful pattern. And as you can see, this one's very different from the red and the yellow one, and you really can get lots of different designs. You can be quite bold or be really quite subtle with this as well. I'd like to make my next piece a little bit more subtle, so what I have here is just a lid that you can throw away afterwards, and I'm mixing together my green and my blue and a little bit of the clear, And I've made another one of these lovely little really simplistic vases, and I'm going to dip this one, and I wanted a subtle effect with two different types of green. So I'm simply adding in the turquoise green that we just made, and then I'll add some green over the top, and then our colour change and the colour difference is a little bit more subtle. And again, I have a clear one here, and that just gives a sort of bare effect through parts of it as well. So that does give you a slight change. I do like the clear one there. So I just add a little bit more from our bottle top. So you can build up quite a thick layer of colour over the top, or like I do, I quite like it quite subtle. So I drop that all the way in, and then remove the excess and pull it out to see what we can reveal. Just think of all the different possibilities of all your different air dry clay projects. You can really have fun with this one. Oh wow, it's gorgeous. I absolutely love this one. It's really lovely. And you can experiment so much with this technique. Here I have some bright silver spray paint, and I'm simply going to add on a bit of a speckled effect, because on the eggs had a nice speckledy finish, and so if I add some black speckles to this, we get a nice sort of deeper pattern. And I'm simply going to add the green to this one, and as I've got nothing to hook it onto, I can simply just drop it in and then remove the excess and then gently lift it out. And look, it's beautiful, it really is. And you could go in and add more texture. You could actually dip them twice if you want to. Wanted to add a bit of extra speckle to that one, so added some little bits of white acrylic paint, flicked on. Let everything dry fully, and then you can go in with some spray lacquer or spray varnish, or paint on some varnish and let them dry then, and they're beautiful. I think you could have a lot of fun with your air dry clay projects with this. I certainly have, and I absolutely love these pieces. They're so beautiful, and each time you make them they're completely unique. So choose your colour theme. You can make them quite subtle or really quite bright and vibrant. It's completely up to you. They do so many different colours of the alcohol ink, and really just enjoy yourself and experiment and have fun. I have so many air dry clay projects on here. All you simply need to do is dry your bare air dry clay, and then you want to spray paint it or cover it in some sort of sealer or acrylic first, and then get hydro dipping and marbling. I hope you've enjoyed it, so please come back to see some more of my videos. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Bye for now.